What's good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Just Clark, and today I am going to be showing y'all once again my figure drawing process, my whole sketching process, which is something that I've been developing quite a lot. Now it's a little bit more advanced. I put a little bit more detail into it and just refining the process because somebody asked me on Twitter a couple days ago just how I work on my sketches, and so I thought to myself, why not just show how I work on my sketches now? Because we get better. I've made a figure drawing practice thing video back then, but your boy has certainly improved in many areas, so it's kind of an updated one. And yeah, anyways, let's just get started, and I'm gonna try my best to not have my hand get in the way of the screen here, but I just want to show a live process of how I work. Well, I sketch and practice my sketch and talk about the thought process that goes into creating these sketches. So I think the main thing here is just simplifying, because looking at some references you can get really overwhelmed, and we also tend to forget to go back to the basics. So you can see I'm drawing the shoulder line and the hip line here, and then I'm worrying about the 3D form afterwards. But having that contrapposto gives you a decent gesture. I'm just figuring out the center line right here. And now we have the torso. Next is just attaching the legs. And I want to make these kinds of videos just because, oh hold on, I'm covering the screen, my bad habit. I want to make these types of videos just because I'm not saying that speed paints are bad, but I think it does kind of skew your perspective of how fast these works are being made. And so with this reference, we have two characters interacting with each other. So we want roughly the same head size. It's like that. Maybe put it a little closer. Well, that's the beauty of digital art. You can just select and not resize it, but move it. And just the same thing again. And as you can see, I'm starting rough here. I'm not committing to details just yet. So I want the overall groundwork, and so that I don't have to be distracted. I'm not gonna get distracted by all the nooks and crannies of. Is it nooks and crannies? I don't know the right term. The nooks and crannies of the figure. Just fix the leg a little bit there. And obviously, if you look at this, sometimes it can get really confusing as to where everything is put. But that's also the thing, you have to be mindful as you make these decisions. Every single stroke, pause, every single mark I make, it's decisions, right? I'm making decisions. Like I'm telling myself, okay, this is the elbow, hand goes like this, and this would be my rough sketch. And then the next thing we do is not necessarily we're not gonna get into the complicated anatomy yet. We're just going to simplify everything, because this is quite crowded right now, right? It's very rough, and so just gonna try my best to not have my hand cover the screen here. It's not the optimal recording setup because I'm covering a lot, but hopefully you guys can see. I've been getting a lot of videos recommended to me on YouTube as well of like Yusuke Murata, the mangaka for One Punch Man, just like live drawing and stuff. And comparing that to speed paints, you just or just time lapses in general, you realize how much like mistakes even professional artists make. Right? We have this idea that, oh, because they're professionals, they don't make no mistakes. Even though it's something that I think we're all kind of aware of, that, oh, everybody makes mistakes, even professionals make mistakes. But the fact is, we see the end result, and it's like we forget about all the erasures, all the undos, all the redos, and everything else that goes behind the scenes, that goes on behind the scenes, like thumbnailing and all that kind of stuff. There's so many intangible stuff as well, and overall it's just experience that we forget to take into account. And like I said, I'm not hating on speed paints because Minion-san, which is my favorite artist of all time, by the way. I don't know if you've watched me for quite a bit, you would know that. They dropped a illustration making speed paint, which I downloaded and I watched over and over. Because I actually haven't finished it yet, but yeah, that gave me tons of insights as to how Minion-san's painting process works. But also, at the same time, it takes a lot more brain power to try and break down everything that's going on at like a bajillion times speed, right? Because that's hours and hours and hours of work condensed into like 20-30 minutes, maybe an hour. Sometimes it's going to be just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how much the artist sped the video up. But that's the thing. Compare that to watching live streams of other artists, like on Pixiv Sketch and all that kind of stuff. You realize how much slower it is. And I think we're all aware, consciously aware, that yeah, of course, it's called a speed paint. It's sped up. They sped it up by like 200, 2,000,000, 2,000 times. I know that this took like 10 hours or some shit like that. They put it in the description. But I think our subconscious mind, at least with what I've realized about myself personally, our subconscious doesn't really care, right? What it's seeing is some fucking artist, some legendary fucking artists, zooming, painting their fucking illustration. I'm sorry, I keep swearing. Zooming their fucking painting. See, I just swore again. I swear. Copyright. Alright, that's the first sketch. Then let me add some details. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. They're zooming, and that's what our subconscious expects of us then. It's like, oh, it has to be this quick. The sketch has to go by for 5 seconds, and you should have a character sketch ready. We subconsciously just think that way because that's what's ingrained in our head, right? Subconscious is something that we can't necessarily control. Kind of. We can influence the subconscious, but we can't control the subconscious, I would say. But you're technically kind of controlling what your subconscious will think about, but not 100%. Because you can't really tell to yourself, okay, I'm gonna dream about big anime titties. And you'll dream about big anime titties for 100% sure. But you can consciously think about anime titties, right? So, the point I'm trying to make is that, yes, we are aware of the speed paints being 10 hours, 15 hours, tons of hours condensed into 10 minutes of content. But our subconscious brain does not care, and the expectation being set is the speed at which we are seeing the illustration being made. I want to make more longer form content, just in a sense that it's number one, we have such shit attention spans. Alright? I'm not no exception. I'm still working on my focus. I still get distracted from time to time. Well, quite a lot, actually. I don't know why it's something that's not talked about a lot more, especially with all these social media companies rewarding that stuff. You know, YouTube Shorts, like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and all that kind of stuff. Which some of that can be very, very beneficial if you just need quick information and stuff like that, you know. But to me, it kind of makes us brain dead, you know. And with creative work, focus is very, very important. Therefore, if you cannot focus properly, it's going to be very hard for you to do deep, creative, meaningful work. Which, you know, I do hyper edited videos, but that's kind of me contributing to the problem, isn't it? I'd be thinking about, okay, how do I keep audience retention? Oh, hyper edit every single second, every passing minute, so that it keeps pumping dopamine into the viewer's brain. But that ain't it, chief, you know? I don't want that, and honestly, it feels like I'm just trying to fry. You're just trying to fry people's brains for your own gain, and I just drop bars right there. Maybe I should quit drawing and just start rapping. Freestyling like I'm Harry Mack. Got my fucking iPad on the table, it ain't no Mac. Recording on the Windows. Drawing on the iPad. Recording on the Android. Shit, them companies don't like that. Like I'm wearing Nike and Adidas. Brand hopping like I'm KD. On the team. From OKC. Now I'm at Brooklyn. Out with Kyrie. Damn, I need a ring. Cause Curry got tree. And the way I just consume media now is more long form content. Because I just like to listen. I mean, stuff like podcasts. So, you know, I listen to those while I draw. But I just want to show people at least my 2 cents on like drawing processes, drawing content, and all that kind of stuff. I could do tutorials, but it's like, why don't I just show you the process and explain what's going on in my head? And I know there are creators that do this, upload this kind of content, but it will be stuff on their Patreon and shit like that. Which, fair play, you know? I'm not saying, oh, you should give this away for free. What are you doing? Do what you gotta do, man. They gotta pay them bills, and I know. But I guess to me, this is what I enjoy doing. And if I want to continue making videos, why not do the videos that I enjoy? You know? It's probably not gonna be the type of content that I will make the rest of my life. This is just what I like to do right now, so that kind of stuff. But anyways, hope you guys got some insight as I work on practicing these sketches. Right now I'm putting on the hair and on a whole tangent, even started freestyling, but hey, is these type of like raw fucking pause, no homo, raw type of videos, it's like, I think it's fun, you know? It's like, it's kind of like a podcast while I'm drawing. Yo, bro, that might just be an idea. What if I make a drawing podcast? Like, I just be sad drawing, record for like an hour, talk about stuff while I'm drawing, so you guys can, some people can just listen in while I draw, and then y'all can draw as well, along as I draw. and just talk about a bunch of stuff all alone. Which it sounds sad, but hey, us artists, we're just stuck, we're just caved in, you know. But yeah, hey, yo, y'all tell me in the comments, would you want that, a drawing podcast? Because I mean, if I want to make these types of videos, I'll just be talking my ass off, talking shit. Why don't I just do like a podcast and then draw, and you guys can get some stuff out of this? Obviously, I'm gonna mix it up. Sometimes I'm gonna be painting, sometimes I'm gonna be drawing, sketching, maybe working on a doujin or stuff like that. So tell me in the comments down below. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my sketching, figure drawing process. I know I started off trying to explain what I'm doing, and then I just got into a flow, I guess, and just started talking my ass off. And yeah, but hopefully you guys picked something up. And tell me in the comments down below what y'all think, both about the sketches. Y'all can ask me questions, and yo, okay, hold on. I'm just coming up with ideas on the spot. What if you guys can ask me questions, and I can also think about topics, and I'll make like a little drawing podcast answering questions and all that kind of stuff as well, you know. I'll see what I can do for now. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, leave a like, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Hey, maybe drawing podcast coming soon, who knows? Yay. Yay. Yay.